Hello, everyone. Oh, wait, hang on. Wrong stream. One sec. False start. Oh, boy. Never mind. We're not using that stream. We're not using that one.
We've had enough technical difficulties.
Yeah, I'm not dealing with that. Welcome to what's supposed to be a weekly stream. We changed our name. It's now No Blocks Any Reacts.
Which we both do quite a bit.
Yeah.
We don't play a lot of slow decks, or at least not lately. I guess you're playing at Verdance. Verdance has block. You'll block with Verdance.
Well, I've often said No Blocks Any Reacts.
And then you just...
in Verdance, because then I play D-React.
Yeah, that's true. You got lots of those.
Yeah. I realized I still have my stamp. My girlfriend got some Pokemon stamps as a teacher, and she tested it on me, and they still stuck around. Anyway, tangents already. We're supposed to be weekly. We took a few breaks for the calling, and then I lost my voice after the calling, so now we're back finally.
You lost your voice at the calling.
Yes, at the calling. This is my notepad I had for each round. I don't know if you can see. I don't know if you can read this. It says no voice, pas de voix. So I would start the round, and my opponent would be like, "Hey, how are you doing?" And I would go like this. I would just go like, "Here you go. I cannot talk right now." And they were like, and it was funny is that what would happen is that I would do that, and then my opponent goes like, "Oh, okay," and then they wouldn't talk. And I'm like, "You can talk."
They think that you just want your opponent to be quiet.
Yeah. It's like, shut up. But then it was funny. I don't remember who I was playing against, but like we were kind of doing our thing, and he was kind of like he was like doing his thing, and he goes, "Wait a minute, I can talk," and he just like started talking, and I was like, "Yeah." I actually asked someone. Someone asked me if I was deaf.
That's so.
They're like,
funny.
"Can you hear?" And I was like, "Yes."
It reminds me like with people like because you're not talking, they're not talking. It weirdly reminds me. One time I was with a friend at my parents' camp, and my parents had a hunting program on TV. And,
okay. Yeah.
And like in the thing, like they whisper to the camera because obviously they're like in you know their stand or whatever. And my friend, while we're watching this, he's like, "Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna be able to." Like he's whispering. Yeah. I'm like, "You don't have to whisper. They can't hear you.
Your brain kind of It's pretty funny how that works.
I saw you one time. You were sitting very close from me at the calling, and I just saw you sit down and you go,
yeah. Yeah, that was most of my weekend. What was I going to say with this? Oh, yeah, so we are back. It's official. We got a new name. Same faces, though.
Yeah.
And we're still playing the same decks. So nothing's really changed.
Not for long. We just got some incredible good news. I'm actually throwing a party because of this.
Oh, yeah.
People think I'm joking in our locals.
No, I mean, I RSVP'd. I'm showing up on that date regardless.
Yeah, no, and I've gotten a couple of RSVPs. Kayo's gone.
Yeah.
Kayo's fucking gone. Living legend loser. That's going to be very relevant when we start talking about the calling. Not to give any spoilers, but having been bullied by Kayos through pretty much every single fucking deck that I've ever played, I am over the moon about this hero becoming living legend. And yeah, I'm throwing a party. And with Kayo becoming living legend, there could be a brief window where people realize that Prism's actually like real strong and don't have their poppers yet in deck or anti-Prism tech. And so she could get like a shitload of points for a week or two PQ season.
I don't want to hear that.
And because of that, she might gain enough points to Living Legend. She's 100 off, 105 to be precise.
I don't want her to LL because... Oh, I don't know what I did there. Because I've been slowly blinging her out, and I finally got the Marvel Prism. So I'm like, please, do not LL yet.
Yeah, it's gonna be a sad day, but I'm cherishing my time. This is the epilogue of my time with Prism. Faithful viewers, longtime viewers of our show, have known that I have a very tumultuous relationship with this hero, and she has given me so much joy and so much grief. It's unbelievable, but. I'm in my Zen era with Prism, understanding that she is not long for this world. I've never liked playing this deck as much as I do now, and I'm sending her off with a smile. I probably have just a month or two with her left. If we're lucky, we might see through because I think after this PQ season, the only points she can get is from winning callings.
Yeah.
Until like October or something like that.
No. There's like Nats and there's like the Pro Tour.
Yeah, but she has to win like tier. Like big events, which she won't. Like I don't think anyway. Before I keep going though,
let's catch up the chat.
Bajillion.
All right, let's say hello to Danger Skeleton in Twitch.
Yes,
the only person in Twitch.
Hello.
Love it.
I forgot this channel did streams. They don't care about their fans. Apparently not.
No.
I'm so sorry. Nick, you have the wrong name. Why do I have the wrong name?
Son of a bitch. Did I forget to change Nick's name? Yeah, it's David.
I'm David!
Oh, boy.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy. I knew it. I was like, there's got to be something going on. We're already late.
My label in OBS is even Nick's name.
Yeah.
And it says David.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nick.
That's me.
Can you guess what my label is on OBS?
JP's name.
Yeah. Good job.
Hi, Gooning Matt Popoff King. Oh, Gooning Matt. Yeah. Well, I don't know why people think that this is a Gooning Matt.
I think it would be less gooning if there wasn't the original tunic to compare.
I see. Yeah, I don't see it that way though. I just think it's a pretty art, and I made a money move because like out of all the playmats, the only other one I would have really gotten is the Crown of Providence one, and then I was like,
which I did get.
I was like, who would I play that? Like, who would I use that mat for? And it would be Dromai. I already have like 3 playmats.
Really, for Dromai? I could see it in like literally any deck.
Yeah, I guess. And then,
honestly.
Okay, so real dumbass move of me. I bought it with the intent of probably selling it in a little bit, and at the calling, I'm like talking whatever, using this mat on day 2, and then I have my notepad here and a pen, and I go, beep, and I try to straighten my pen, and I added a black dot. Yep,
Idiot.
I'm a dumbass. How was it? Well, Mel, stay tuned. We're gonna talk about it for probably quite a bit. Thank you for losing your voice, JB, so Nick could hang out with me on my birthday last Wednesday. Yeah, I was going to cancel anyway. It's not just because you lost your voice.
I would have forced you. M would have been off screen. You had to spend her birthday here.
Yeah.
Big haircut? No, it's just in a pony.
It's just in a pony.
Or in a messy bun, whatever.
Yeah, M says, we're serious about the party. I'm making themed snacks.
Oh,
M's
that's sick.
Yeah,
How do you make a one-handed snack?
I don't know about one-handed. It's going to be like green and browns and stuff like that. I'm going to have drinks. We're going to get fucked up.
Let's go. Do it on a Monday.
No. It's on a Saturday. And I cannot stress, anyone from our locals or from the Maritimes who is watching this.
Or anybody's watching it. If you're from BC,
fuck it. Message me. Yes, you're all invited.
Anybody that we met at them calling, fuck it, come on.
And I'm not joking. My budget for this party is like $300.
It's a blank check.
I'm buying so much booze, no one has to pay a fucking cent.
Wow, it's not even BYOB.
No, it's not BYOB. It's just be there and there's going to be booze and food.
Oh, you have to do this. Danger Skeleton said one-handed gingerbread cookie.
Yes!
Love it.
That's great. Yes.
Danger Skeleton, you're welcome. So in the YouTube chat, they said we don't care about our fans. I gave Danger Skeleton, I think, a decent deal for the promo for calling. There you go.
Oh,
I sold the package for 100.
Oh, neat.
I think that was a good deal, but
depending on the meta this weekend, Prism could threaten to LL.
Yeah,
I don't think so. Like there's going to be a brief window
for both gold foils. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah,
there's going to be like a week where like people are going to be like they're not even going to think about Prism, but Kayo being gone removes one of her like auto losses. And then she's going to win like a bunch of PQs, I think, this week. And then people are going to be like, fuck, when they see that like pie chart. Yeah. And then just bring all the look toughs, the Battlefront Bastions and all that. And then she starts struggling. She's very easy to tech against. Like that's the...
And she's actually... I think she's pretty hard to play.
She's very fucking
especially when someone fucking techs against it. You know what I mean? Like it's pretty rough.
Listen, don't worry. We get Prism 3 with Monarch at the end of the year. Trust.
That's why I was like actually starting to bling her out because I was expecting Monarch, so I blinged out my Rune Blade, my Shadow Rune Blade stuff, and my Light Illusionist. Specifically, it's like when Prism comes out, everything that I want is going to be $1 million, and I'm not going to be able to buy it.
So this is my theory about Monarch 3. I've been thinking about this.
Don't do that. You're not used to it.
We're not getting Monarch 3 for a long time.
Oh!
This is my theory. This is why.
Why?
Oscilio being reprinted in Omens from the Third Age, which, first of all, love the name, but can we stop with the Third Age in fantasy? Like, Lord of the Rings did it one time, and all of a sudden, all of the fucking fantasy settings are always in the Third Age.
Well, to be fair, every story is a 3-act structure.
True. That's true. I guess. But
dunked.
So here's my theory. Oscilio being reprinted does not make sense because he's not even fucking close to becoming living legend, right? And
yeah, but I don't think it matters. Sorry, continue.
This is my tinfoil hat theory. Aurora, because like we know that the way that LSS plans their set, they plan years in advance and they adjust depending on the meta.
I actually don't think that's true.
They said that themselves. They're like,
I know, but I've seen that what the set comes out, and I'm like, there's no way you planned the last year to be that shitty.
Okay, true. Okay, fine. But let's play devil's advocate and say that is the case.
Yeah.
So what they did is that they made a major fuck up with the Aurora Armory deck where they had that horrible misprint for Skyward Serenade was the name of the card.
Yeah.
And because of that, they ruined one of their own products, the Aurora Armory deck. You can't, there's no reason to buy it other than to get the cards for Sage or LL or whatever. So what they did, as soon as Aurora became Living Legend, they already said she's coming in 2027. So I think they took a set that was meant to release like 2 years from now, where there would likely be, Oscilio would likely be Living Legend, Aurora would have been Living Legend for a while now, so now it's like 2 years from now, she's back. Ziggy was already part of the set, so I think they unintentionally brought an Illusionist in a meta that he wasn't supposed to be in by bringing this set forward, and because of that, we have a triple Illusionist, like quote-unquote, horizon, like in the really near future, because we have Ziggy, we have Dromai, which we know is coming in 2027 unless that's changed as well, and then Monarch 3 would likely have a new Light Illusionist. Now, I would be thrilled, but I know that like 80% of the player base would fucking riot if they released 3 back-to-back sets within a year and a half with 3 different Illusionists. People would not be happy.
It would not be back to back. It would be like
not back
it
to
would
back.
be Omens and then potentially Monarch 3, and then Dromai could be at the end of 2027.
That's still a lot of Illusionists back to back.
I guess.
A class
I
that
think
is
some people just need
incredibly polarizing. Like,
yeah, nobody likes. But the thing is, I have a hard time. Maybe there's more babies in Flesh and Blood than I expect. But I do find like I have a hard time believing that people, even who don't like Illusionists, aren't okay with Dromai coming back. Because out of all of them, I think she's the most fun to play against.
In retrospect, I remember being on Twitter in the like heyday of Dromai and like overwhelmingly seeing people saying, I am not playing Flesh and Blood until she becomes a Living Legend.
Sure.
And they were big. There were so many babies about Dromai. It was unreal.
Yes. I don't think we have the tools that we have now, though.
True.
I think there's a lot of cards that have come out and heroes that come out, and even the understanding of the game that I think makes that matchup more. Yeah. I understand that people don't like Illusionist. I'm not really that camp. I mean, just get good at the game. That's all I gotta say.
Well, no, like, listen, for me personally, if we get 3 Illusionists in a year and a half, like, LSS has so much of my income, it's unbelievable. But the thing is, I think people are babies, and they would not like that at all.
I think there are things where, like, in general, for example, I think that cards like ALS and Chum shouldn't exist. I don't think a card should stop someone from playing the game.
Uninteractable disruption
Hunter
is not fun.
Hunter Hunted, I hate that card. It's literally, you don't want me to interact with your game. You don't want me to attack. It's stupid.
Yeah. No, and I think
so
that...
those specifically, sure. But the entire class, I'm fine with.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that Illusionist is, like, truly a skill expression class. A lot of the matchups that I've lost are either because my opponent is, like, incredibly better than I am, or that I am incredibly good in that instance at piloting my deck and manage to make the most out of my cards. Like, I feel like the snowball effect from bad decisions in Illusionist is like an avalanche versus other decks where, like, you can afford a couple turns of fucking up, but with Illusionist, as the opponent and the pilot, you can't you have to play such a pristine game. It's a big skill check.
I see the Illusionist class as like it's like Dory. When you start playing the game, you get wrecked by Dorinthia because you don't know what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
And then you learn much quicker how to counter it. Mm-hmm. Illusionist is like a slower burn of how to learn to counter it. And like there's so many times where as an Illusionist player myself or playing against Illusionist, where I'm like, if I'm playing against someone who knows what they're doing, it's so hopeless as an Illusionist player. Like, wow, I'm getting absolutely fucked.
Yeah.
Like it's not even close. But then when you're like yourself playing against an Illusionist player who knows what they're doing and you know what you're doing, it's actually interesting. I can see someone going like, oftentimes decks will not be able to do their game plan.
Yeah.
Like you have to pivot and do something else, which might not be fun for people. Same reason people don't like Assassin. Like you have to play differently because the disruption's gonna fuck you up.
See, I think that shit's fun as hell.
I know, I agree.
I loved playing against Jarl when I first started because, like, I would go and like give my equipment, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to play a different game, and I think that makes really interesting games.
Yep, I agree. Like I don't like the head jab for 3, block for 3, we'll do this for 55 minutes. I don't like that, personally. Some people do. I just like, I like having decks that force the meta to pivot in some way so that it's not just like block slop, attack slop, whatever. Like, that's why like combo decks are relevant so that your opponent just doesn't gain 1,000,000 life or block forever. Like, you're forcing them to do something.
Yep.
So it's like same with Illusionists. They're like, you can't just like let my board exist forever.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to interact with me in some way.
And that's literally, and I've told Guardian players, the way you beat Prism is like, deal with the fucking board. Play slow, play patient. And I remember showing one of our locals, he asked me like, how do I beat Prism? Because I kept beating him with the deck. And I told him exactly that. And we played 2 games and he destroyed me, both games. Because he played that game exactly as he should have. Got incredibly lucky off of Clashes of Bravado, but still played that correctly.
Go back and watch one of our past streams where I was playing Victor versus Prism. And it's like, if any Guardian player feels like that matchup is unfavored, just watch that fucking stream. Holy shit.
So anyway,
Let's catch up the chat.
Yeah, that was the whole, whoa.
Do you not know how to use a laptop?
It was jumping around. If Prism gets like 15 wins in the next 2 weeks, she LLs, right? How many wins do you get from...
Is it 7? I think it's 7 is how much she gets. So that's 70, 300, it's 100. I don't think it's enough.
Well, how many points do you get from winning a PQ?
I think it's 7.
It's 7.
7 times 15 is like 100?
Yeah, something like that. So maybe... Is it
fine.
really only 15 games? That's crazy.
Yeah, but...
Or 15 events.
I don't know.
She got 21 points in the first week of CC.
21 points? That's only 3 wins, though.
Yeah.
March 21st? That's a bad weekend.
March 21st is when that's... Why is that a bad weekend?
And that's when Himmelman's coming up. We're doing the Pro Tour testing.
Well, he can come party then.
Actually, yeah, we could do... we're streaming on that day. You might not be able to because you're setting up your thing. Oh, the camera blurry. No, it's just a shitty camera. We're using a different camera.
Because the camera broke.
Because this other camera is not working. So I have to use an older camera, so it's just blurry. It's just shitty.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Yeah, so we are streaming on that weekend. On the Saturday, we are streaming. Himmelman will be down, and we're going to be doing a very specific stream that I don't want to say yet because I kind of want to DM a person to ask their permission.
Okay. Interesting.
I might as well say it. So basically, the idea is it kind of sad there won't be masks triggers on stream. What is happening?
Who is it?
I have no idea. Okay, so Saturday, my idea is that Himmelman is a Victor player. He top-8'd the Sage showdown in Calling Montreal with Oldham. And so I want to have title the stream, Aggro Blaze was wrong, and have him play the 3 games for each hero that Aggro Blaze wants to play, and then see Victor beat them.
That's so funny.
But I don't want to put Aggro Blaze in the thumbnail without asking him first. I want to ask his permission to use his name.
I see.
But that's the idea. So I have to... Oh, it's Brandon. There you go.
Brandon. Okay.
I know you know I know. I know you know you know.
If you know, you know.
Yes, I do know. Thank you, Brandon. So that's the idea on Saturday. So you'll get 2 streams next week to make up for the lack of streams.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so let's catch up the chat. Holy shit, we are so behind.
Well, to go somewhat off the theory as well, if they release 3 Illusionists, it gives them time to not design the class heroes for a while.
I guess.
Yeah.
They do it once and then they're like, that's it for 6 years.
Riku went back to his username.
No. I asked them to change.
Oh.
You weren't there. It was David last time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I explained how to change your name.
Nice. Okay, sweet.
So they did it live.
We've consistently only had a single Illusionist in a format for much of the last 3 years, excluding New Prism. Yeah, that was the only time. Well, I guess there was... Was Enigma? No, Enigma was legal right after Prism, or Dromai LL'd. So there was a time where there was Dromai Prism and then Prism Enigma. That was the most amount of Illusionists we've ever had.
I do wonder, what happens if there's multiple Illusionists? Because oftentimes with aggro decks, people will just hone in on the best aggro deck and play that. Yeah. I wonder if that'll happen with Illusionists, where there will be an obvious better one and then people play that one.
Or I've said this on stream before. Or we need more Illusionists. People will be less upset about Illusionists as a class because right now people are a lot of people were upset with Dromai and with Prism and all that because it's you're dedicating 3 to 6 sideboard slots to just one hero versus you can deal with multiple of the same, if there's 2 or 3 Illusionists wandering around and they loosely act the same.
I can see that.
If you for example, if they all care about Phantasm, which they I don't think Ziggy would, honestly. No. But neither did Enigma, I guess. But if you bring Phantasm Poppers that deals with 3 heroes that are between B to S tier or whatever, that's great. People would be less, I think, pricky about I
can see it, but also to play devil's advocate for people who don't like Illusionists, if I don't like the taste of shit, giving me more bowls of shit is not going to make me like the shit.
True. Well, then they can fucking eat their bowls of shit and shut the fuck up.
Take your bowls of shit and get the fuck out.
I mean, isn't that all Illusionists since they always lock heroes out of the game and it annoys people? No, Dromai wasn't like that. I think Illusionist is, if I were to describe it, it's a class that asks questions. And that have to be answered.
Yeah, it's a snowball class. They ask a question. If you can't answer it soon enough, you lose.
Yeah.
It just takes a while for you to lose, but you've lost.
Yep. But good. There's very few matchups into Illusionists that were dead. There was Kano.
Kano Prism, baby. The
Kano
classic.
Prism was really bad. What else? Dromai versus Arachne Huntsman was just brutal.
Yeah.
But even then, Arachne Huntsman at the time wasn't a real deck.
I don't know that would change now, though. I don't know if Hunter Hunted changes anything. No. I don't know Coercive.
Unless you can get Rake the Embers, and even then, I've played games against Arachne Huntsman where he's banished every single fucking Rake the Embers, and I've still won the game.
Yeah,
it was closer, but at a certain point, you have 5 dragons on the board, and it's what? Your daggers can only kill Vincerikai and an Ashwing.
There's also times where I in terms of a lore thing, I could imagine Assassin having a hard time with someone who's making illusions.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? It makes thematically sense.
Yep. But yeah, like I said, I've played against really good players of just about any class as Illusionist and have had wonderful games playing against pretty much every class. Except for, I would say, no, I can't even say Kano into Prism into Kano because at Nats 2 years ago, I played against a Kano player and he was 1 point of arcane off from killing me.
I was going to say that that matchup did get a lot better as people actually teched for it. It was a little bit more interesting.
Yep.
It was one of those things where I'm it's too difficult. I don't want to figure that out.
Yeah.
I was meh.
And Dromai versus Huntsman, those were not yeah. fun games to win. Other than that, most of the games I win because my opponents are on tilt because they think the matchup's impossible. That's a lot of my percentage of wins as Illusionist is because of that. And some of my funnest games are people who entertain the matchup and realize that there's a real game to be played and it's super, super fun.
Speaking of that, I plan to tilt at least 3 times today on stream.
So locking out of the game is really only a Prism thing, and even then it's hard to set up. That's true. Locking out of the game.
Yeah, that's just ALS though.
Yeah.
I just like that. I personally don't like that type of card.
Yeah, but even then, I played against a lot of Victor players that like they see ALS, they see the loop, they're like, that's fine. You're spending cards to do this.
You can still get out of that loop if you got no soul like that. You cannot loop me forever.
If you bring the right tools, if you've got your Midas touch and stuff like that, you can very easily end that, and it's a really, really fun game.
Dude, the fucking I know you're not gonna like me bringing this up, but at the PQ, I played Verdance versus Prism, which is cursed, and I won that game.
Yep.
And it was the way I won that felt pretty cool to me. I was like, that was crazy.
He had every single answer that my deck, because like I said earlier, Prism is a deck that poses questions, and you had the answer and the clap back right after. Like every single instances that should have been a free game, and I lost pretty terribly. I didn't see a lot of my key pieces that I needed to, and then when I did present them, you got rid of them, and it was too late. Yep. Yeah. We already know Ziggy is going to be Illusionist adjacent and mainly play Lightning over Phantasm stuff. Yeah.
Like, I feel like Ziggy's going to be more aura-based, and I'm very curious how Lightning's going to fit in there. There's some cool stuff that already I'm, like, looking at what exists, and I'm like, ooh. I'm going to play all 3 heroes and see how it looks like.
Yep.
Honestly, I'm going to spend a lot of money on Omens of whatever.
Yeah, especially with how LSS forces heroes to stay around longer. Yeah. If people hate the class, having to deal with them for a year or two is not smart. Yeah, that's fair. Sure, but we're going to get rune blades and whatnot. I would have preferred Omens to have been an ice set. I agree.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty common feeling too. People are missing ice.
Big
for
time.
Sure.
Big time.
I could definitely see that. And that's the thing too. Like, I think Illusionists, like Enigma. How was I going to say this? Like, a really good rune blade makes Illusionist unplayable.
Yep.
So, like, if Monarch 3 comes out and there's a new Prism, but there's a new Chain,
yeah,
who cares?
Unless Chain is like an unplayable hero, a lot of the
Chain
cards
can be blank.
Yeah.
Have blank text, but just be Shadow Rune Blade and be very good.
Yeah, Rune Chants are hell for a hero. Well, I guess new Prism probably would not be Figment or as Figment heavy as this Prism is, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Also, my biggest gripe with the Illusionist class is that they already have cards for basically all their downsides. Not all of them are good, but if they need it for the meta, they have it. That's absolutely not true.
I'm not following. What do you mean?
Like, he's saying that there's an answer to just about every bad matchup within the Illusionist card pool.
Oh, I disagree.
That's like the furthest thing from the truth. Yeah. I wouldn't struggle with Kayo, and I would tech for Kayo if there was an answer for decks like that.
Like, Semblance is not an answer to Phantasm Bombers, right? Like, I don't know.
There's no ways to reliably remove Phantasm in an aggressive setting. So decks that have high popper counts and high action point counts
and high damage
demolish you.
Yeah.
Absolutely demolish you, and there's no answer to that unless you play nothing but generics. In which case, play a different hero. I think that funnily enough, I think that their Illusionist is actually one of those classes that currently with the hero pool that we have, it probably has the most amount of fuck shit cards in any class.
I was actually going to say, Illusionist compared to all other classes is very siloed.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at Guardian, all the Guardians play basically all the same Guardian cards, except for, like, a handful depending on their scenario.
Yeah.
Like, very rarely, because almost all the Illusionists also have talents and have a very specific game plan. So, like, every time there's a new Illusionist, it's not, like, a stacked onto the past one. Yeah. It's just mostly its own thing. Like, Prism was because it's the same fucking hero. And even then, Figment's made it all different. Like, you look at the OG Prism and the new Prism, and the deck list and the game plan is still different enough. Like, the OG Prism can, like, fatigue with auras if you wanted to.
And if you look at, like, new Prism, since the deck has come out, has had, like, multiple expansion slot cards, multiple sets with Illusionist cards, and yet 80% of my deck is cards from Monarch.
Yeah.
It's and you look at Draw Mine, it would be the same thing with Uprising. Like, the generic Illusionist card pool basically doesn't have to exist because it doesn't serve any purpose at all. Enigma was the one that used the most amount of generic Illusionist stuff, and even then
generic cards. I think it was more like D-Reacts and shit like that.
Spectral Manifestations.
Oh, sure.
Generic Illusionist. Right. Like, there's a couple out there. Rage Spectre is technically generic Illusionist, but, like, that may as well be a Mystic Illusionist.
That's awesome. I forgot about that.
So like it's
Ward and Ziggy.
So yeah, all that to say, I think Illusionist. Funnily enough, because we're getting 2 mastery sets. Illusionist is a class that needs a mastery set.
I don't think so.
I think that there's.
I disagree. Sorry, in the scenario where we get Ziggy, Prism, and Dromai, I don't think that we need Illusionists.
I agree. Yep.
In that world, right?
We're gonna get enough support for those. That's for sure. We have gotten answers nowadays to a lot of the Illusionist bullshit, but it took them so long. Again, disagree. There's a reason why Prism isn't living legend. Like, she's not that good of a hero because she's very easily teched against. And in a competitive setting where pros actually practice against Prism all the time and know exactly how to deal with her, there's a reason why she doesn't convert.
I think Illusionist in general is like a lot of experience.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, I think Ranger Mastery Pack is far more needed in my opinion.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah. Shadow Necro Chain, baby.
Missing Ice, missing Lexi.
Big time. Yep.
I don't miss Lexi, but I miss Ice.
Would a good Aurora invalidate Ziggy?
Yeah, I believe so because I think there was a card that was spoiled for Ziggy that had Ward, and I think Ward has a harder time with like Pingy, Rune Chant, Go Wide stuff. Like if you have Ward 2 on an Aura, and then your opponent's coming in with like, here's an Arcane, here's a 4 attack go again. You know what I mean? It depends what how the new Aurora plays like, but in general, Rune Blades are counters to Illusionists because of how difficult the split damage is.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
just getting excited to play Guardian with this meta, just to remember the class is dying with the existence of a new wizard and ward-based Illusionist. Yeah, your days are numbered. I'm enjoying Jarl right now.
Yeah.
So I don't think that will last very long.
To me, like a fun Illusionist is one where it's like the Guardian, as a Guardian player, it's not like completely cursed.
Yeah.
Like Enigma was like, I hated
Impossible.
that. Yeah, I did not like that.
I will have to disagree. If Illusionists struggled with Pauper deck, they had it. If they struggle against aggro most of the time, they can out aggro or match. I'm not saying matchups. I'm saying downsides.
I mean, I don't agree. Like what?
Yeah.
Like, otherwise. Like if for the long, like we had a triangle meta, we knew exactly where the top of the meta was, and Prism couldn't counter it because that's not how it works.
Yeah. I still think that Prism needs a couple more tools.
I think she's fine.
Yeah,
I'm okay with Prism not being top.
No, for sure.
Right,
and she's sunsetting. Like her card pool currently The new cards she got from Penn are, and I'm about to talk about it when we go into the calling stuff. The new cards are fucking good.
Yeah, let's transition to that. I realize we might be yapping for a while now.
That's true.
All right, Electrum, you get the last talk. Oh my god, we've been yapping for like 30 minutes. Holy shit, it's 8:30. Okay, we gotta get this thing moving.
With Nice, I'm finally glad there's a set I want nothing from. Cool. Yep. It's just lightning. That's like the antithesis of everything that Mitch has ever played. I think he built Aurora for 10 minutes and sold out. Don't get me wrong, I love Marlin, but she feels more like a pirate with overpower than a ranger. Could not want a mastery pack ranger more. The more was covered, and I thought you just said could not want a mastery pack ranger. I was like, what do you mean?
I'm curious, Electrum. Like, what gives... That's something that, as someone who doesn't really play Ranger, I'm very curious what the Ranger identity is. Because from the outside looking in, it is pump arrow, shoot arrow. And Marlin is doing that. So that's why I'm like, why does it not feel... Because I'm looking... When I play against Marlin, it feels very Azalea.
Yep.
So that's why I'm like, I don't know why she feels less
crippling.
Ranger than you normally would feel like.
Prism is strong, OG Prism is broken, and Enigma was best deck in format.
I don't know if you remember, Enigma was not best deck in format for a while, so I don't know what you're talking about.
And
she came out, it was the worst of the three when she came out.
Yeah. And
then you had Rosetta, and then she went way back again where like she was destroyed by fucking Viscerai, and then Aurora, and then those LL'd, and then finally she came back and LL'd.
Yeah,
like
she needed Rude Blade to really keep her down. I
don't know what you're talking about.
But also, I will say, OG Prism was not broken. Luminaris was. If you strip Luminaris from Prism, she would have been a perfectly fine hero, probably legal for a year longer than than she actually was.
And I also realized Hunted came out, and then Syndra was fucking nominating on fucking Enigmas. Like,
yeah.
I don't know, man. It took Viz to LL for Enigma to be top dog. By the end, she was favored into Aurora.
Right.
Maybe, sure. I mean, I've heard that, but I've also seen those games, and it wasn't. Like, it's like, Enigma was favored because the pros were so fucking good. Because you're Pablo Pintor. Like,
Right.
But when I saw, like, even, like, day one calling stuff, I'm like, Aurora was not losing to Enigma.
Exiled Starlight, I didn't even see your comment. Also, to be fair, OG Prism wasn't strong by herself. It was specifically Luminaris being broken beyond belief. Yes, that's exactly right. When I played OG Prism with Luminaris and LL, I was just like, I'm unstoppable.
That's the thing.
I'm unstoppable until I played Chain.
Action points and nuts.
Yeah, exactly.
Chain was like, hold my action point. I got more of these than you do.
I built it for PQ and got 9th instead of JP. That's true.
I beat you on playing Enigma while you were playing Aurora. Yeah, but I suck at Aurora. I don't know what it is. Aurora specifically is the one Rublé I cannot play well.
Because she's a ninja. She's not a...
Yeah, that's true. I don't like ninjas. And I guess you're right. Yeah.
Illusionists got a mastery pack. The best card in MPG was Illusionists.
That's true.
What was the card that they're talking about?
The one that gives -1. You discard to give -1.
That's not Illusionist.
I know.
That's Necromancer.
That's pretty funny.
True. Yes, but it was part of her. No. Yes, it was like for sure. It was linked with Prism. But that's a mistake on LS's part. They could have easily just been like, we are banning Luminaris. They just let her sunset, I think, because she was, for a long time, even with Luminaris, she wasn't even that broken. Chain fucking stomped her, and then Chain LL'd, and then she became the best second format.
All right, Mitch, we did not play a game, and we're not even going to do that. We're going to use this. That was the past.
Yes.
We're talking about more recent past now. Let's talk about the calling.
The calling. So, Calling Montreal started out for me...
Oh, sorry, 1 second. Electrum actually answered my question. The tools you use, the card pool you play with, aren't that ranger. If you pump with pirate stuff on a weapon, just solely target to harpoons, which are pirate and go fish mechanics. Okay. I mean, I don't play ranger, so my only answer to that is that it still seems very ranger. It's just like, it's got a coat of paint that does something different, but like if it said, instead of harpoon and go fish, it just, I don't know. It just feels ranger to me from outside looking in, but...
Yeah, I'm
down with another ranger. It's still fine.
For sure. I will say Riptide doesn't feel like a ranger.
Yeah, Riptide feels less ranger than...
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Anyway, okay. No more interruptions. Stop talking in chat. No, I'm kidding. Don't talk. Just keep talking.
I'm not even... You know, like...
That's
going to get me on a tangent. That's going to get me on a tangent. So, okay. I was very skeptical with Prism going into Pen, and then Pen came out, and I literally, JB can attest to this, I was testing just about every deck that I had available to me. I was testing Fang,
you were testing my decks, Jarl. You were testing your neighbor's decks?
Yeah, and then I literally said, I think in our group chat, I was like, I have to prove to myself that the new cards don't fix Prism, because I don't think they're that strong. But I couldn't just say that Prism was bad. I had to like play the deck and then decide, yes, it is bad. I couldn't just guesstimate. And then I played the cards. Mm-hmm. They were good. They were real good. So I ended up locking about 2 weeks before Calling Montreal. I locked in on Prism. Now, you had a similar experience where even the day of the calling, you weren't even sure what you were going to play.
Yeah.
What were your decks that you were...
Oscilio, Verdance, and Mario.
The three best decks in the format. Like, we were all like...
But I'm not a meta slave. Those are genuinely the heroes I like playing.
For sure.
So just happened.
Yeah. But, like, I remember because you were like, oh, I don't know what deck to play. And we were like, just fucking pick one. You're going to be fine with any of them. Like, Jesus Christ.
I was actually pretty happy with my pick, though.
Yeah.
I do wish that I actually spent more time, the time that I wasted on testing Mario and Oscilio, I would have tested more Verdance. Because there's some matchups that I'm like, if I had a little bit more experience, I'd feel like I would win those games. So
yeah.
Anyway, that's it.
So I locked in on Prism, and my testing went really well. And I want to really quickly, before I even get into my results or anything like that, I want to talk about, because the Prism deck, for anyone who's familiar with Prism, is very uninteresting. It hasn't changed in like 2 years.
Also, for those watching and wondering why Nick's sharing his story and I'm not, I did not day 2 the calling.
Oh yeah, spoiler alert! I day 2'd the calling.
Yes, that's why Nick is doing the presentation and not me. I did not day 2.
So let's talk about this was not in the deck here. I'm going to talk about my post-mortem here a little bit too.
Do you want me to ramble? Because I got stories to tell.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I do have some funny stories as some highlights from the weekend in terms of my games was Verdance. I killed someone at One Life with what's that card? Arcane Twinning. I popped my Storm Striders for Arcane Twinning for the win. That felt pretty funny. I did that also with Blue Emeritus Golding. I was actually slowly cutting an Emeritus every time I was going through my deck list. And then because I killed someone on the Friday with an Emeritus for 4 exactly, I kept 1 copy in my deck. I was like, I can't cut this card. I killed someone with it. I cannot justify cutting it. And then my last cool feat that I had fun with, I played Oscilio on the Friday as the last event just for that last test to see if I was playing Oscilio. And I killed someone by bouncing the... I killed someone by having the Sigil of Aether and then blocking with my hat and then playing a bunch of auras and lightning to amp and then bouncing this and killing them with the arcane.
That's awesome.
They were like, what? They literally read the card and like, what? And I was like, you're dead. And he's like, I thought you didn't have Storm Strider. I was like, I don't need them.
That's so funny.
So that was cool. I think it was like 6 arcane. It felt pretty cool. Anyway.
What was your record ultimately for the calling itself?
Calling was technically 3-3. At the last round, I knew I was going to drop, so I won the game and then conceded my opponent. So my official record is 2-4. But yeah, so I round 1 played against fucking Daniel Drakowski. No, one of the pros. He's a fucking insane guy. He was on the stream, actually. On Oscilio, super close match. It's pretty funny. We were like going to time, and he's in the Value Vampires, and like the entire team just standing there, just like razzing him. They're like, "Why haven't you won this yet?" And he's like, "It's hard, man. I'm trying." And I'm sitting here like, "Hey, goddamn right."
That's hilarious.
And then like he barely won, and he was like, "Oh," he's like. One thing I felt pretty good about this weekend as well is like I would play against a pro or a very good player, and after each round they would go like, "Oh my god!" Like I gave these people like just mental breakdowns because of like
that's amazing.
Yeah, it's just that's to me like better than anything. Just having someone just go like, "That was the hardest game of my life." It's like goddamn right.
Hell yeah.
So I lost to Oscilio round 1. Then I won a Mario. Lost to Mario, beat a Marlin. Is that you? Oh, that freaked me out. My eyes were closed, so I heard a noise. I was like, what's happening? And then lost to Verdance Mirror to, oh man, I'm not good with names. The guy who's the Goliath guy. What's his name?
Oof.
British. Fuck the Goliath dude. Someone in chat, please. Please. Someone in chat, please. What's his name? Damn it. Anyway, it was a very good Verdance Mirror, and I had the pot combo, and I waited 1 turn. If I had gone for it, I win. And I waited 1 turn too late, and I lost. Yeah. And once again, we went to time, and he was like, dude, he literally was like, man, I'm mad that I won this because I have to keep playing the calling now. And I'm like, yeah. We were both exhausted after that game. It was insane.
So
we were
funny.
like at the 12th stack. It was nuts.
Oh my God.
Because we were like very quick.
Yeah.
And it still took 55 minutes.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Christ.
it was a crazy game. And then I was 3-3, so I was like, whatever, I'll just play one more. And then I played against a silly player and then won, but then technically conceded, so that was it.
I see.
Yeah, Mitch said the hat trick. So basically, our locals, before I finally pass it to Nick, Jason Rolfe, that's who it is. Jason Rolfe, the Lyeth guy. The guy who did really well with Lyeth at multiple callings.
Nice.
Yeah, so we were actually making some Lyeth jokes in between the games. Anyway, over the weekend, our locals played Michael Fong 4 times. And we beat him 3 times.
That's so funny.
The one loss
was you.
me. It was me. So Michael Fong played against a local. Actually, is it in Twitch? Actually, playing Syndra against his Verdants. Beat him on Friday. Beat him again in the Calling, and then Michael played against our local Huntsman player, which then got fatigued.
That game was...
It was insane.
It was insane.
What a crazy game.
The most insane thing about that game, though, was... And I want to preface this by saying that Fung is such a nice guy and such a fun guy to talk to and hang out with.
Yes.
His deck placement made me almost have a pen.
Apparently, I asked Malik about it. They had talked about it before the game, and he moved it.
I know that. That doesn't excuse what he was doing. Okay. Let me move this for a second. So he was playing Huntsman against a Huntsman, right? So he was like, I'm not going to ask you for permission every time. It's a game that's going to go very slow. So what they agreed on was that Fung's deck was here, and so that he could just go and Malik could look at the top deck. Yeah. But I swear to God, and this is when Fung had this much. He had a grave and a banish, let's say this. He would go, and then he'd be Malik would be or the Huntsman player would be trigger, and then Michael's yep, moves his graveyard here, there, and then puts his deck here.
Yeah, it was wild.
He moves his hero to change the pitch, and then
and he has a bunch of pots and stuff. It's crazy.
It kept moving. The grave went to the side, up, and I was just at one point I thought he picked up his deck and started looking at the deck face up. I was like, you need to decide on where you're gonna if you want to go this, that's fine, but stop with the It was when
because he was trying to count his cards, right?
But at one point, and at one point when he had very few cards in deck, let's say it was this, his deck was this.
Yeah,
I was you stop.
And the pitch was weird. It was so fucking funny.
It was so funny. But it was a crazy game. It was a really, really crazy game.
Malik was saying that basically. He had the pots, right? He had the pots ready, and he was, Michael was pitching the rampant growths, and what he would do. So, as the Huntsman player, you're supposed to keep track of your opponent's pitch stack as much as yours. But what Malik was saying is that what Michael would do is he would pick up his deck and go, oh, every time. So he would stop exactly where the rampant was. So Malik didn't have to keep track. God. So he just saw where Michael stopped. He's that's where the rampant is. And he just did it then.
And what blew my fucking mind is that Malik still had 20 cards in deck. Fung had almost nothing. Yeah. And then Fung goes blow pot, blow pot, blow pot. And at one point he's I'm not even writing my life total anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Malik was yeah, I'm not counting either. I stopped counting. And then he's pop, 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 do this, blah, blah, blah. And then he goes a giant amount of arcane prevents with Oasis. And then Malik goes, and Fung had 7 cards in deck maybe. And he goes, okay, go down to 21. I was he's so fucked. It was funny. He's so fucked.
But that what happened. Fung had 2 of his friends around, and then when Malik was okay, go to 20 life, his friends go, oops, and then walk away. They're yeah, it's over, dude.
It's over. Oh my god.
But anyway, I was not that lucky. I faced them at the showdown, round 1, Briar Mirror, and the turn I died, I had 2 lightning presses. If one of those 2 lightning presses was a 3 block, I win.
Brutal.
I know. So I was oh, he I was at 2 life. He comes in for 4, and I have a 2 block, and I block for 2, and I go to reaction. And he's yeah, and I go press on your own attack. He's oh, right, okay. He was because it presses you could do any attack.
That's so funny. But still, I mean, you did going 3-3 in a Calling is not nothing. You're in a room full of 270 people or something like that.
Yeah, it was 230, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Meh.
I was I gotta say my start to the Calling was rancid. Before I even get to that though, I want to really quickly talk about
go for it.
The new
you have the floor. I will shut up. Except for they just Skeleton said that Michael Fung's deck is beautiful. Yeah, it was crazy when he picked up his deck to search. It was there was 4 cards left in deck, and those 4 cards were $1,000. I was that's crazy, dude. That's a maxed rarity deck.
So the cards that I have added from Pen.
How do you still not play?
No, it's a story time. We're probably going to play a game. Okay. Saltforge Gauntlets is the only card that I am like 1,000% on. I'm so dedicated to Saltforge that I actually took out all other gloves. Before Saltforge came out, Prism, or I ran Calming Gesture, which is the AB gloves. You pitch one, creates a Spectral Shield, and it ABs one. And then you play Dreamweaver for matchups with high popper counts. I took out both. It hurts the Mario matchup a little bit. It does not hurt the Guardian matchup at all. This is better into Guardian and into high popper counts. Maybe hurts the Kayo matchup a little bit. Honestly, the only thing that fixes the matchup...
We don't care about that, though.
That's true. But the only thing that fixes that matchup, honestly, is having 40 life, which you can't do.
Yeah, that's fair.
What about sigils? Would you ever do play yellow sigil?
Fuck no. So, Saltforge Gauntlets... The reason why it's so good, for those unfamiliar with it, is when the combat chain, it blocks for 1, it has AB1, so it serves the same kind of role as Calming Gesture, but when you block with it, it goes to Soul. Now, why that's so busted is that a lot of matchups were bad because they blocked too well. In order to have a big pop-off turn, you need to have one Herald hit, and then you can use your hat to get Erudition or whatever to have a big pop-off. You no longer need to hit. I've played against David, the person that lets us
You pointed
stream
to
at.
nothing, by the way.
To nothing. He's not here?
No.
Ah, damn. And I played against him as Verdant. I had 5 cards in Soul, and he blocked every single one of my Heralds. Because this just allows you to get so much started. For Rapture matchups, you block with it as soon as possible. It goes to Soul. You can pop Hat if you have an ALS, and you lock them out of the game for a turn. You can also use that just to get the engine going, because now your first angel that hits can technically do the full flip and trigger, which normally in aggro matchups, you have to take a turn off basically and only go Herald no matter what. Because you're not going to flip, go 0 Soul, and then not attack with an angel. You want your first angel to be as impactful as possible. Not against aggro. This allows you to do that. It's fucking insane. It adds consistency in aggro and in Vestige matchups. When you have a Genesis in Arsenal and you finally draw that blue, you block with Saltforge Gauntlets, you pitch a blue, it turns on Vestige when it goes to Soul at the end of your opponent's turn. It's unbelievably good. This card is the best. Now, I'm going to talk about this second. Herald of Victoria.
I remember you poo-pooing this card.
I did poo-poo this card, and actually I added it the day after... The day of the calling, Saturday. I played on Friday without it, and I changed my mind because I noticed there were a lot more Boltons than I thought. And I'm going to explain why this is really good into Bolton when I get to my Bolton matchups. And also, I was always 50-50 on it, and I was ultimately convinced it replace That All You Got, because That All You Got was there for Mario, and That All You Got is not really good against Mario anymore because he's never fucking attacks with a dagger for 1.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
And against Syndra, the matchup's already favored, especially thanks to Saltforge Gauntlets, which is another matchup where That All You Got is good, and same thing for Fi. I wasn't worried about either matchups, and I could use those 2 slots for Herald of Victoria a little better. So I brought those in.
Well, I mean, is it -1 to a specific attack?
It's -1 for the whole turn.
Oh, yeah, so that can even block even more.
Even against Oscilio, it can, on a giant Gone in a Flash turn, this can block 5, potentially. You discard it at the start of the first Gone in a Flash after you've popped Lightning Graves or whatever,
dead.
and it gives -1 to everything for the turn.
If I'm attacking you 5 times, you're probably dead.
Probably, but it's a good block. It's good against aggro. Sometimes even if it just blocks 4, it's pretty worth it. So... lastly is Blessing of Bologna. Now, this is a card that I would say all the Prism players who have heard about what I played have questioned me the most about.
That card's nuts.
Not in terms of like whether this is bad or whatever. They're just like, was that actually good? And it's fucking insane. And I'm glad that Leo, who's another Prism player that did better than I did at the calling. What's that?
Le Professionnel?
Le Professionnel.
That's a movie.
He plays 3 Blessings of Bologna and 3 Blessings of Themis. And when he was asked...
Themis is crazy.
Themis is crazy. He was asked, when he was asked why, he said the exact same reason why I play it. It's a mini Genesis. He answered, I think it was Elaine that asked him, why do you play 6 Blessings? He said, I play 9 Genesis in my deck.
Yeah.
And that's ultimately what it does.
Very good.
If you draw it on against aggro on turn 0 or turn 1, it's phenomenal. I've had Heralds of Erudition without stopping my turn to play Pierce, playing this because it has Go again. I've had Heralds of Erudition hit for like 9 damage because of all of the courages that I get from Blessing of Bologna. It's fucking awesome. If you can pair, like, you play a Blessing and you can be patient with your Soulforged Gauntlets and then block with it, that's a courage. That's three value, basically, that you get from Soulforged Gauntlets. It sees itself. It will give you a courage. This card is good in aggro, usually past turn 1, turn 2. It's just a 3 block, or it's your yellow pitch for the turn. I've also had it where when I don't see what I need to see off of like Soraya turns when I'm drawing a bunch of cards, and it just lines up that I can Herald, Angel, Herald, and also play Blessing of Bologna. That's nice.
Do you want to move your mic over? I don't know if that's what Riku's saying. There's some headphone static.
Oh, maybe.
Okay, let me... 2 seconds.
I can see it.
Let me see.
We might have to restart our packs.
Oh, is it flashing?
Mine's not flashing.
Press the yellow button.
That's at 2? 2 blue bars?
Yeah, mine's flashing blue.
Oh.
Let me check. Hang on, 1 second.
Stand by.
You can keep talking.
Okay, I'll go back to the 1.
Oh, wait, hang on 1 second.
I don't know. It's less bad than it was.
Yeah.
So, this is the other, because like all Prism lists are the same, like 75 cards, and then there's like 5 cards that change between players. I'll talk about what I brought in, other than these. Dissolve Reality. I regret bringing Dissolve Reality. I bottomed my own arsenal accidentally at the Calling, still won the game, but bottomed my own arsenal, and it didn't seem to matter as much as I thought that it would. I'll explain my reasoning behind Dissolve Reality. It's there for Oscilio. If you're going to have a Gone in a Flash in there, I would pretty much rather you have any other card in your arsenal other than that card, so it gets rid of it. That's not bad.
Makes sense.
And victors tend to play 1 Midas Touch. Now, if I see that you've been keeping that arsenal for like 4 turns and I haven't popped off yet, I'm just going to play Dissolve Reality and let that Midas Touch go right at the bottom of the deck, and you're probably not going to see it in time for it to really matter. You'll probably be dead by that. See it. So, in theory, it's good. I've not liked my testing with it, though. I think I'm going to cut this card for something else, but I brought it in regardless. I had 1 red Herald of Ravages, so I run 10 red Heralds. I cut it after the Calling. It's greedy, I find. I don't like it as much. It's nice. It's 8 damage against aggro matchups, which is what you bring it against. It's a 2-card 8. But you don't need it. You don't need greed. Prism.
I don't know that Prism needs a value like a 2-card 8.
Yeah. So, and then the other 2 are Heralds of Rebirth. Those have been cut. They've been replaced because those 3 Heralds I just mentioned have been replaced by Heralds of Judgment post-Calling.
Vincent?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say.
And this is the spice that I am the most happy about. Riches of Tripledani.
Oh my gosh.
I've shit-talked this card a whole lot on stream, in IRL, in every sense of the imagination, and then I tested with it. I was convinced by other Prism players to at least try it, and I did. And it won me games. It's incredibly good. The gold that it generates can help you break out of the Soraya Avalon loop, which is you play Avalon first, put ALS on top, then draw 2 cards. What that does is it's good. You're going 4 into 4 and then playing an ALS, but you're just dealing 4 damage, which very often is not enough against victors because you're decking yourself out when you're doing that. You're putting a card in soul because of Genesis while you're looping. So what that allows you to do, and what I ended up doing with it, is that very often it lets you go Avalon, draw from the gold, the ALS, and then play a Secum for 2 arcane, or a Bologna that buffs your all of your angels to attack for 5 or 6 the turn after. So it lets you break out from that just like angel, because like if they've gotten rid of library, which most people have an outlet of doing that.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people play yellows now. I've like not been able to keep library for very long.
Well, I guess Kayo specifically.
Yeah, so yeah, Riches I actually really like, and I'm not going to cut from the deck anytime soon. That is staying in sideboard. It's only in there for, I would say, like 80% of the Vestige matchups. The only people you wouldn't bring it against is Brute. Verdance is a maybe. I don't think that it's incredibly good in Verdance, but anyway. It's fantastic in Guardian. I really like it.
You might not have to worry about Verdance. I think she's LLing
next week. Sure. So this was my deck that I brought, and I felt very confident with it. I know that Talishar numbers aren't everything, but I had a 75% win rate into 40 matches on Talishar, which is pretty good. I'm very confident with the deck, and I had like a reinvigorated kind of like confidence.
You're on a high right now.
Yeah, exactly. And so I was specifically what felt good into this meta was that the top 3 decks, Verdance, Oscilio, and Mario, are all great matchups for Prism. Mm-hmm. I think Oscilio is the toughest one, but Verdance and Verdance is almost free. Almost. Yeah.
That's the PQ.
Almost free, and Mario is very favored, especially since a lot of Marios told me to my face that they've cut Look Tough because they don't think that it actually helps all that much, or that there's enough prisms for it to matter. So my first, so my first round was Mario. I'm like, great. He's the one who told me. He's like, dude, I just cut Look Tough.
Is that before or after the game?
Before.
Oh, that's crazy. I have too good of a poker face to let my opponent know they're going to win.
I lost.
Oh my God.
Yep. So, I should explain really quickly before that. The day before, on Friday, I had to deal with bullshit Montreal parking. Oh, yeah. Stuff. I got my car, even though I followed instructions on the street, I got my car moved and towed. And got a parking ticket because of it. Or like a ticket for like $200. Jesus Christ. And it made me show up late, even though I woke up like I woke up at 6:30 a.m. to show up for like 8:30, like 2 hours in advance, and I was still late for the first event of the day, and I was so fucking pissed off. I was so like tilted. Just dead and tilted. And I did some trades that I wanted to do for the weekend. Like I did pretty much all my shopping right off the bat. Got a Heart of Fiendal. It was awesome.
Smart.
And then
you got a heart on top of Riches?
I'm not playing it in. Yeah, I bought Riches with my money and then traded for the heart.
Oh.
Yeah.
The way you said that your money, I just found it sounded like we had like an allowance or something.
No, because
my allowance and I bought Riches.
Cold foil antiquity packs are fucking expensive, and I got a lot of money for it. I traded my heart with $150. I traded for a heart, and I still had $150 of credit. From like that and like a CNC and some other jank that I didn't want anymore.
Garbage cards.
So anyway, I finally start playing at the 1 p.m. event because there was one at 9, one at 1, and then one at 5. I go
6.
Undefeated. Yeah, at 6. I go undefeated into the first event. 4-0. My first game is into Jimmy... I don't know his...
Demirs?
Yeah, Jimmy Demirs on Gravy. It demolished. It was not even
on
close.
Gravy. Interesting.
Yeah. And felt real hot on the deck. The second event, I played Bolton, lost, Ira won, Kayo lost, Kayo won.
Oh.
So I played all my bad matchups. KO I wanted to avoid like the plague. And I felt happy that I won a KO game, but unfortunately I won in the exact same way that I win every single KO game, which is my opponent rolls a 1 on scabs. That shit doesn't feel that great. It's just that they got unlucky. So Brady, shut up.
Nick, I don't know if you noticed
what I put up on the stream.
That's funny. So okay. So I go basically 6-2 on the side event. So I'm like, great, this is awesome. Lose my first round, I'm like, I'm fucked. If I lose a fucking Mario game, like I'm gonna get paired into 2 KOs and then I'm out.
Yep.
Like, so my second game.
Well, to be fair, the KOs are not in the losers bracket.
True.
So
second game into Verdance, it wasn't even close. It's Verdance. It should be free, except for PQs. Third game, I go against a Verdance, and I feel bad because I think this is a newer player. He giving me Target. It's Walmart story time.
I love that has become Target, though.
Yeah. He goes, when I resolve a Genesis, he looks at it and he goes, oh, that's just the card that gives you soul, and then ignores it the whole game. I'm like, oh, you poor child. He wasn't a child. He was older than me.
The second that he said that, you were like, I win this game. I win.
My fourth round was against the Bolton that beat me the day before, except this time I had Herald of Victoria.
Oh.
I don't know if that was relevant in this matchup. It was
I feel
really
like it
close
could be.
game.
Like, if he goes to activate Bolton, you can give it -1 as fuck, though.
Yeah. So the first game that we played on Friday, it was an amazing game. I lost because he Beacon of Victory, a card that wasn't Lumina, so I incorrectly assumed that he had no Luminas left in deck. And in his final 4 cards, he resolved a Lumina, and I blocked incorrectly because of it. Had I known that, I could have blocked correctly. He'd run out of cards, and then he'd lose the game. But I incorrectly assumed that, so I was like, I'm going to fucking count your Luminas this time. And I actually beat him. It was a closer game. He popped me 5 times. Didn't matter.
Okay.
I will say, right off the bat, Bolton used to be one of the worst matchups. I was really scared of it, of the matchup. I think the matchup is awesome now. It's super fun. It's very 50-50, very skill intensive. It's fun as fuck. Good matchup. Next game was against Victor, a local. Himmelman.
Himmelman, yeah.
That game, I think I've lost a couple years of my life because of that game. He high-rolled the fuck out of me at the start of the game. He goes and sees, I think, 2 or all 3 Peck Perfects, which I'm at 32. I can't afford to let you deck me out or to take the damage. And he just had the clash of bravados to deal with it was brutal. The second or third Peck Perfect, I looked at my hand, I was like, I have a non-functional hand. I have to block this. I can't take this much damage. So I block with 2 cards. First card, Merciful Retribution.
Oh.
My second, because I resolved 1 and he popped it. No, sorry. It was my first Merciful. And then he goes, flip off the top, Figment of Rebirth.
Oh.
My key card to beat Victor. I'm like, I look at him and I'm like, I should just concede. This game's over.
Yeah.
And I blacked out, like in the middle of the game, just focusing on like getting.
You woke up with blood on your hands.
Yeah, and I somehow had a bajillion auras. We had a crowd of like 20 people surrounding us because we got deck checked, so everyone were done their games watching us. Aggro Blaze watching a Victor having to deal with like 2 Pierce, a Passing, a Merciful, a Genesis, an ALS, 3 or 4 Angels, and he looks at my board and he goes, Jesus fucking Christ. And I have I was at, he brought me to 16 and then I stalled. Which is ideally where I want to be. Because I can take, if I couldn't take another big swing. If I took another damage turn, then I was probably dead. And then he goes and he thinks for a couple minutes. And then he looks at me and he goes, we're going to talk about this after the game. And he goes, kill Passing Mirage. In my head, I understood what he meant. He was like, is this the correct choice?
Yeah.
To Victor players, you have 3 auras to deal with. You have Passing, you have Merciful, you have Genesis. Don't kill Passing.
Yeah.
Don't fucking kill Passing. Kill Merciful. Merciful won me the game because I had
You get
4
the ping
courages
pong, right?
from Blessing of Bologna.
Ooh.
I had 5 spectral shields. So
Oh
I go
my God.
swing with the Herald, 4 arcane from the courages from Blessing of Bologna,
Ugh.
and just absolutely, I killed him with arcane. He had
Yeah.
AD. He just
Yeah.
couldn't deal
It
with
just
it
doesn't
at all
matter.
anymore. I had 6
That's
cards
crazy.
left in my deck. It was such a crazy fucking game.
Sounds like every game I ever played against Nick. Yep, makes sense. Hey, Liam. Welcome.
Hello, Liam. Nick, this game is so over. I'm done. Then he just stalls and plays 19 auras and I lose. Yeah, that can happen for sure. Against Brady, I have rotten luck though. I'm like turn 1 Genesis passing, and then he kills my Genesis, and I go Merciful, and he's like, okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
So okay, after that, so at this point, I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 4-1. My next game is against a Kayo.
I wonder how that goes.
It was the top 8 KO.
I wonder how that went.
Yeah, got demolished.
Yeah.
Wasn't even close. Then I played against the Verdants, and it ended that day. I won, which means I am 5-2. I make day 2. Yay! My first time day 2ing at a big event. It was awesome.
Was your first calling? No, you went to Hartford.
Yeah, exactly. I felt really good. I dodged. I just played 1 KO, which felt great. I looked at the top 64 players. There were 20 decks I wanted to avoid, which consisted of Boltons, Vincets, Reinars, and KOs and stuff like that. And 44 decks that I was more than happy seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Round
44 out of 60?
64.
44 out of 64. That's not bad.
Good odds.
Yeah.
Round 1, KO.
This is day 2.
Not only do I play KO, but I look at because I'm with my locals, and I go, oh, that's a name I recognize. Noah Bagelman. I'm like, who's he on? And you guys looked at me like, he's the guy who invented the KO deck.
Yeah, he's the KO guy.
He is playing KO.
Yeah.
Really sweet guy. Got
Oh, I
demolished.
bet.
Got absolutely fucking demolished.
I bet you he got real sweet when he saw the free win.
Actually, you know what? I say demolished. I did bring him down to 5.
The game seemed decently close when I peeked in.
He still had he still had his scowling
Yeah,
flashback
yeah.
and everything. So it's fake close, but like I did
For the
do
matchup.
something.
Yeah. Fun anecdote from someone who was like watching from the sidelines.
Mm-hmm.
Next to you was Noah Clark,
Yeah.
and Noah Clark was. I'm just watching the game, and Noah's played Illusionists in the past. The guy who played Enigma, right? And he's not playing Prism, but he like kind of like leans over and goes. Looks back at mid game, and I'm like, yeah, I can see how bad that game is going.
And actually, I got uber fucked because I did have an out at some point. I popped Halo after resolving like a merciful retribution and everything, and I was like, I have a chance. I can play an ALS and everything and do like probably win here. He had beaten trackers and he had popped it. So like,
Oh, okay.
if I play
No
an
action
ALS
points,
and I
yeah,
can start
yeah.
looping it, he's fucked.
Yeah.
Right? And then stupid fucking rules change. I go, attack with my angel, and he goes, no blocks, any reacts. I'm like, why the fuck are you asking me if I have reacts? And he goes, reckless swing. I'm like, since when are KOs playing reckless swing? That's so wrong into Prism, but it mattered for that one fucking turn. And then I managed to somehow get another angel out, and he reckless swinged again.
For the record, do you want to explain why that's relevant with the new rules change?
Because now, before, the rules said it's defending hero, but now when you're attacking with allies, you are still the defending hero.
The attacking hero.
The attacking hero, exactly. So because of that, Reckless Swing used to not ping on angel attacks. Now it does. And I had no spectral shields or anything.
Yeah.
So he pings for 2, my angel absorbs it, I lose my action point, and I can't do anything.
And you're done your turn.
I was attacking with a non-phantasm attack, and he still managed to fucking pop me. Stupid. So anyway, he beat me. Next game. Yuki Lee Bender on KO.
Yeah. I was waiting for the drop.
Wasn't close. It was a game. There was, again, it wasn't just a blowout. She had scabs, and what she did was not roll at all. Even when I played ALSs and stuff like that.
Interesting.
But I just needed to...
Is this just an extra 2 block for like when you attack with like.
Or if you're like, if you need to get lucky, like if you get like, I think that's the difference between KOs that win and KOs that lose against Prism is that they don't roll or they play beaten trackers. You don't need to. Like you just beat me. You just take the off turn, swing your claw, arsenal a better card, refresh the hand. Like
I can see that.
It's way better to do that than to try to get lucky to like get some damage in. Like it's not. Anyway, so it was a game. It was fun. Well, as fun as a KO game can be. But I'm dooming here because once I lost my first KO game, I was like, I'm out of top 8, but I can maybe make the money. And then I lose again. And I play another KO. And I'm like, what the fuck is this luck? I literally did the math. And I have a 30.
So far, you want to recap what your day 2 matches were?
KO.
Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. Yeah.
Round 3 is Bolton, which I was still unconvinced that it was an easy matchup. It is technically still a cursed matchup for Prism. And it was a really good game. This is where this card came in fucking clutch. Because he goes and he debates. And then he goes, if you got it, you got it. He kept like 3 cards. He goes, Beaming Bravado Charge. I'm like, nah.
Oof.
He goes, pass.
Turn over. Yep.
Can't do anything.
Wild.
Let me get an angel, took a bunch of damage to do this turn, couldn't do anything.
Oof.
And I had it in hand. I peed myself. That's why he was deliberating, because I could have...
Because you smell like urine?
I could have attacked with my Figment of Protection for 2 Spectral Shields, but I decided to instead attack with Soraya, even though it was the end of my turn, to get a choice and keep this in hand. Because I didn't want to
bluff the fact that you didn't... Because it's obvious when someone goes like... For example, from the other way, when you're playing Prism, someone goes like, no Arsenal, you're like, that's a popper.
Yeah.
Like you want to cover the fact that you're keeping a card in hand.
Exactly, yeah. Because that can just seem like me trying to get lucky and see like an instant aura or something like that, right? So anyway, I ended up beating him. Next match was against a fucking KO.
Brutal.
And so this is game 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's KO, Bolton, KO. I don't know what this is about. There's another KO game here, but my last game was against a 5. There was only 5 rounds on day 2. There's 2 KOs here. I didn't play.
Maybe you like resetted the...
No, I don't know what happened. I got demolished on this column and on this column. So I don't know.
Fair enough.
But anyway, my last game was against a 5. And I fucked up. Forgot to bring the Figment of Triumph. So he goes and pops Mask of Pouncing Lynx. And I'm like, I'm an idiot. Yeah. And I took a bajillion damage. I beat him, though.
Oh, nice. So it didn't matter.
Yep. So my final record was 6-5 into the Calling.
That's not bad.
Made day 2. Got incredible bad luck playing 4 bad matchups. Or KO, Bolton, KO. Like...
That's crazy.
Yeah. Very unfortunate. In a room where I had 66% chance of playing good matchups. Does not feel great. But my losses were to matchups that, except for the Mario, which the Mario, he had the gas. Like, he did a bajillion damage, had the poppers, even though he didn't have Look Tough. He had CNCs, he had Death Touch, and stuff like that. Like, he did have ways to get around it. So, he just had good blocks and lots of damage, and I just couldn't recover. My losses were to matchups that are traditionally impossible, though, for Prism, and that felt pretty great. Like, otherwise, I played out my ass this Calling, did really great, played a side event the day after, or that day, I guess, that was the Sunday, and I went 3-1. Undefeated into the finals where I played a Dio and just bricked a turn, which you can't afford.
He was very good Dio. I played against him, too, at the side event.
Yep, he was very, very good. I made Taylor Crawford scoop, which was pretty funny.
Nice.
He was playing Mario for the first time ever, and I double ALS'd him. And he just looked at me, and he was like, can I scoop? I'm going to scoop.
Yeah.
He was like, my deck does nothing.
Yeah. Thanks for the practice, buddy.
Yeah, basically. So that was my overall, I think I remember doing the math. It was 5 losses, 7, 8 into 6. Plus 6, so 12, 13, 14, 15. 15-8 was my record over the weekend, I guess.
Jesus, I did not. That's pretty good.
Yep. With a deck that I thought was like dead.
Yeah.
Right? And met some other folks from the Prism Discord, met other Prism players. We had a little table at some point. We were like 4 Prism players, like all gathered together, and someone was like, Jesus, is this like a Prism cult meeting or something?
Did y'all show off your bling?
Well, there was one guy, the guy who was on stream on day 1, his deck was fucking gorgeous. He had all the EA Heralds.
Ooh.
He had like, he's one step above my deck because I don't have the EA Heralds at all. But yeah, that was my calling experience. My changes for the deck, like I mentioned, is I had 2 Rebirths, a Red Ravages. I took those 3 for 3 Heralds of Judgment, and I would take out Dissolve Reality for either a 3rd Blessing, if there's more Vin sets, a Blessing of Temis, that does matter in the matchup, or a 3rd Herald of Victoria. I think 3 of these or 3 of these is greedy, which is why I'm not super set on it. I could even bring in like Dissolve Reality or not Dreamweavers or something like that.
Okay.
Like maybe, I don't know.
Sure.
But yeah, good ass weekend.
Yeah, you had a great weekend.
Good ass weekend, and I've never been more thrilled with Prism than I have been in the last little bit. And I'm excited to be able to say that because, God, I've hated that deck. I've loved that deck, and I've hated that deck.
I want to see claps in chat for Nick's performance. I think it was pretty good.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I want to also give a shout out to other locals. Bobby and Matt top 8 the showdown.
Hell yeah.
It's pretty cool to go on February, the tournament section, and see your friends' names.
Yeah.
And it's kind of sick. So Bobby was the Lexi that top 8 in Silver Age. And Matt Himmelman was the one who top 8'd with Oldham. Matt actually has a Metafy guide that's free.
Yep.
So look that up. It was so funny. I didn't want to out him a little bit. Not him specifically, but he did send a screenshot of an email he got that I think it was Noah Bimelman.
Yep.
Subscribe for his Metafy. It was pretty funny.
And he beat him over the weekend.
Yeah. That's why it's funny because Noah's playing Kayo against Matt's Victor at day 1 of the calling.
Yeah.
And Matt won. And then, if I remember, Noah was saying that was a great Victor game, like one of the few that he's played. And then the Monday, he gets an email saying that guy subscribed to his Metafy. It's pretty funny.
Hell yeah.
It's pretty hilarious. Yeah, I actually agree with you, Riku. I don't think it's that much of a hot take. When I see Jacob Clemens no longer play Mario, that deck is dead.
Yeah. I think the deck can like brick pretty hard sometimes. Like,
yeah, it just feels like it doesn't punch.
yeah, like as a Prism player, I used to fear the matchup and overblock it, but now that they've gone to like all daggers and like Chelicera like stuff, I'm just like, you can't deal enough damage to kill me.
Because
reliably.
of T-Tox, you actually are incentivized not to block.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if it's just raw damage, if you are able to either disrupt or race or whatever, have a different game plan, Mario can't beat you. So
Yeah.
but sometimes they will high roll and just do a fuck ton of damage. But yeah,
I just think it loses to good block match and block 4.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Like as Verdance, if I get the wrong hands that block on the wrong turns, I lose. Because like if my hand does nothing, I have to block, and that's the turn where he has really good like either pivot turns or T-Tox, I just lose.
Yeah.
So I actually think that Mario likes the defensive meta because they can get around defenses very well.
Yeah.
And if you give them enough turns, they will actually just kill you over time. I think Mario has a harder time in like decks that don't want to defend and deal just way more damage consistently than him.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Okay.
Let's
Game
put our
time.
money where our mouth is. Brady, I hope you're still watching.
Ask YuGiOh what time it is. It is time to play Flesh and Blood.
That's a filthy confession that I'd like to make. It's off season for Flesh and Blood right now, and I've built a couple YuGiOh decks.
Oh baby!
I'm kind of excited. I think
What decks you played?
the same that you built, the 3 structure decks for Blue Eyes White.
Yeah,
Dragon
Blue
or
Eyes.
whatever.
It's so fun.
It looks like I saw videos of like 1-card combos. I'm like, that looks fun as fuck. Like you just like
Well, it's not really one card. Well, it depends what you have. It depends what you're
the
doing.
Blue Eyes Sage. That's a one card combo. You can get like 3 synchros and stuff like that out with just the 1 card.
What's the Sage one do?
It's when you play it, you can get a
Blue Eyes card into your hand, or
no? It's you go from Blue Eyes, you get Maiden into your hand, and then you like link summon to get the thing that puts a.
Right. So there's one of them that gets you one of two cards, right? One is like the field one, and one's the trap.
Yes.
And then and then you Secret Summon into the little dude, and then you discard.
Yeah.
You search your deck for Blue Eyes to give it 2,000, and then you continue. Yeah. Okay.
And you can even attest to this.
It's so fun. I love it.
Ever since I was a kid, my dream has always been to assemble Exodia. Like own all 5 Exodia cards, which I don't. There was a time where JP and I were opening when they reprinted the new
the Blue Eyes set.
The Blue Eyes and like the first 5 sets or whatever. We were opening those sets, and you pulled an Exodia piece, and I remember how like fucking jazzed I got. I was like, holy fucking, like even though it's like $3 or something like that. Yeah. I was still so cool. Excited. So
I opened up 3 of the Exodia pieces from those packs, by the way.
And I opened none.
Yeah.
And so I built. I bought all the cards for a Genesis stall Exodia deck. It's janky as hell and probably horrible, but I just want to be able to.
Those are 2 decks you're playing. So what's the Blue Eyes one? It's just the actual like main game.
Standard, or advanced. I think it's called. The main format.
It's like OGC or whatever?
Yeah.
Original
something like
games,
that.
Whatever.
But anyway,
I don't remember what it's called.
I'm excited to try it. I haven't played a game with either of my decks. I'm still waiting for the cards for the Exodia deck to arrive. But because I bought the Exodia pieces from someone like local.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was 6 years old when I like held those 5 pieces in my hand. I was just like, oh my god. I have Exodia. I have Exodia. That's crazy.
I was in that YuGiOh stint like a month or so ago, and that's why you tell me that I know the cards, because you literally just did what I did, where I bought 3 Blue Eyes decks to play Blue Eyes. But I got into like the digital client, which helps a fuck ton, because like one thing about YuGiOh, I cannot read those cards.
Oh, it's tiny.
It's so small. And the interactions aren't as obvious, and then like the digital card game, you can like zoom in and you have the entire thing, and then when you play something, it actually highlights parts of the decks, so that it's obvious. So like when you're searching your decks, like you can only get these cards, so it makes your decision like the decisions much easier. So then like now that I've done that and I know exactly what I'm supposed to do, it's like I can play it in person and it's a lot easier because I don't need to read the card every time. But yeah, I definitely. Since we're on the YuGiOh tangent, I need to go back and buy my card. I had an invasion of it's the Yummy deck.
The Yummy deck?
Yeah, it's all these Yummy cards. I think I don't have them. It's basically like, it's like unlike normal YuGiOh decks, it's like literally 1 card Synchro Summon combo, where it's like Yummy Snatchy, Yummy Cupsy.
The Justin Bieber deck.
Yeah.
Girl, you got that yummy yum.
There's a Yummy Surprise. Like, it's all these, like, cat puns, and they're all, like, cat foods. And so they, like, kind of search each other, and they, like, each one of them does, like, a small, minor thing, but, like, the fact that you can consistently get it out is what's annoying, and they never die. So you can never actually attack me directly, because my shit, like, keeps summoning itself, so I always have a monster you have to attack.
Yeah.
So you can never really attack me directly, so I'm just annoying. I'm just like, hee hee, you can't kill me. And the art is incredible. I love the art. Who's going first?
We should roll.
So that was our YuGiOh tangent. Let me see if oh, hang on. I just moved the table.
I just rolled a 7.
All right, finally. Where's the dice at? 7. Oh, also, got these at the Calling.
Nice.
Did you get that?
No, I didn't.
Wow.
6.
So I
like the dice better. I wouldn't use it.
I have
the Looney Tooney.
The Looney for the first Calling in Canada, and then I have a Toonie for the second Calling in Canada.
Hell yeah. The Toonie looks so nice.
Yeah, I like both. So I got that separate. And then I got a fucking Beyblade from our local in PEI. Fuck. All right.
I rolled a 6.
I rolled a 7.
You choose.
I'm good old average, baby. I'll go first because I don't think you want Prism to go first, right?
In this matchup, I want to go second.
You do?
Yep.
Why?
Because it's an aggro game. I'm treating this like an aggro match. I have nothing to set up.
So then do I want to go... Yeah, but I don't block very well. So there's like a world where like you go first and then hit me and then make a board. So like
I'm not heartbroken if I go first.
Yeah, I think it's better for me to go first.
I agree.
All right, good luck.
We got effing YuGiOh chat before game 2026.
We might have to do a YuGiOh stream.
I'm down. Oh my god, actually, that would be a good stream idea if we get to like next week or whatever, before I actually get to play paper, seeing me struggle to play the Blue Eyes deck
Oh god.
would be fucking either the lamest, most boring stream ever or actually hilarious.
I think if we were going to do a YuGiOh stream, I would not want to do it on the Wednesday.
Right, it would be an
It
auxiliary
would just
stream.
an extra fun thing, not an actual like stream day, because I feel bad for the people at home.
Right.
Okay, how much AB you got over there? 1?
1. And Spellboy 2.
I kind of want this in here. These all block, which is nice. This kind of feels like a pass thing. I will pass priority.
Yep, I have nothing.
Okay.
Thank God, because this hand's fucking sick.
Oh shit.
I mentioned Blessing,
Oh,
turn
shit.
1. It's beautiful. So Blessing of Bologna.
Actually, I was wondering whether or not I should have temporal wobble, but I guess blessing is one of the reasons you have wobble.
Yeah, and Blessing's going to be extremely good if I can actually get the hit off of Light of Sol, which it's always a cracked bobble. It's a 7 on hit goes to Soul.
You just jinxed yourself, buddy. I'm gonna activate Oscilio here.
Yep. Could have healed 3.
Yeah,
Silly.
I know. Silly O.
Damn.
God, my hand's ass. I should have just played things to get things out of my hand. I'll block 7.
Yep. So I'm going to move to end step here and pass turn.
Wow. Dude, this is brutal. Kind of was hoping you did more.
That's why I play Blessing, baby.
Yeah, actually, like that last turn, I maybe shouldn't have played the cloud cover. I just blocked with more cards. I just expected you to attack more. But I just didn't realize you had just 1 card in hand, so nothing was going to happen.
Yeah, at the very worst, I'd play an Aura and pass after.
I'll come in for 4.
So see, this is where it's tempting to block with Soulforge to get the Blessing of Bologna value here. It turns a yellow into a 8, technically, because I'd have 2 courages. And because of that, I think it's a little greedy. I need the AB in this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, AB... I have to say, AB1 isn't as relevant as a lot of people think it is against Oscilio. Like, the 2 is the sweet spot. 1 is like, whatever.
Right.
It's a little harder.
And I have a ton of ward. You know what?
Yeah.
I want the extra value. If you draw the popper, it's going to be pretty brutal. But I'm just going to block 1 here and pass the reactions.
Yep.
Okay, I'll take 3. This will go to Soul when the combat chain closes, and I'll get a Courage token from it going to Soul.
All right, and I'll just Arsenal pass.
Okay, end of turn. Start of my turn, sorry. This will go, and I'll have a 2nd Courage, 2 Soul, no Heralds hitting. Feels pretty sweet.
Yep.
And I'm going to pitch my 2nd Blessing of Bologna.
Crazy.
To go 8
I'll hit Arcane.
on hit Arcane, yep.
I like to be a Oscilio.
This is why Soulforge is awesome, because if you let this hit, which it is, like, unless you have the popper, this is really hard to block.
Yep.
I can already, without a Herald hitting at all,
You have
flip
3 cards still?
3 cards. I can flip and attack with an angel, and it'll matter.
Yeah, no, I'll just say no blocks.
Yeah, no reactions. Take 9 in total. There's 8 in an arcane.
Yeah, I have AB1, but I'm not going to RB.
I was going to say, if you're not going to block an AB, that's...
Depends on my
silly.
hand, buddy. Yeah, like I think that, like if I have that cloud cover still in Arsenal, I think I'm fine. And my turn was anemic as hell, so yeah, I think that was a big problem.
So here, I've got 2 options. I have 3 cards here, so I can go no Arsenal and do an Angel and Herald after, especially since you no blocked. Like, I'm incentivized to do that. I can also give myself a little bit more padding with protection. It's tempting. I think I'd like the padding with protection. I'm pretty ahead already. I don't need the Arsenal just yet. I think I can do that next turn if need be. So, on top of the Ponder, yeah, getting Erudition here is a mistake. It's bait.
Bait. Baited.
Oops. There you go. Let's take this token out of the way here. And I have a spectral shield from it hitting...
Still laughing at Brady's message.
YuGiOh. I'm going to flip my Figment here. And then I'm going to swing for 4 and banish a card
I'll
to
say
make
no blocks on this one.
2 more shields, so I'll be at 3.
Is the crackling still in the mics, by the way? I'm just curious if that is still a problem.
And here, you know what? You're at 25, I'm at 29. I've got some padding thanks to the Angel. You know what was on top of my deck. So do I play it slow and steady and play a Pierce and force you to deal with it, an Arsenal, or do I swing with the Herald knowing that you're probably not going to block it? I think I got to take my hits when I can, and I'm going to go 7 on hit Spectral Shield. 1 flip. Mics are fine. Thank you.
I actually think that attacking with, I think this and arsenaling this is correct, but I think this is the one time where it actually isn't.
Right.
I think playing this is far more correct in most, because like if I'm wasting my turn doing that, like they're fine.
Well, it's not wasting a turn. You have go again. It's essentially taking 3 damage, 3 to 4 damage.
So you can assume by me not blocking the first Herald, I only have 1 card that blocks.
Or that you want to keep your hand to deal a bunch of damage.
That's usually incorrect.
So my reasoning is, if you're letting this hit, well, first of all, if you're blocking it out, I'm fine with it. If you're letting it hit, I'm fine with it because I'm still going to get the Arsenal that I wanted. I'm going to get Erudition and get a Ponder.
Oh, you get an Arsenal anyway. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, sure. I'm saying no blocks.
Yep. So I'll make a 4th Spectral Shield.
Yeah, this game's over.
Yeah, I have good padding already. Oops.
Well, also I drew 2 hands and they were ass. So.
And then I get Erudition, which is right here. Oof, those top 4 cards, if you blocked it, that would have been a brutal hand. The top 3 cards were not Heralds. They were not Heralds. It was Dissolve, Angelic Attendant, and Figment of Erudition. Would you like to cut?
No, it's okay.
Okay. End of turn, Ponder triggers, Arsenal, and pass.
Damn, I lost internet, so I guess I'll hit the bed. Well, how are you messaging in chat?
Probably using data.
Oh. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, this stream is not worth using data. It's not. God. Okay. 2.
I will declare no blocks. Do you have any reactions?
No. Blink. That's why I was like, this is the only way for like if you play the thing, I just create. Like,
right.
Bump bump. Activate Volzar. 6 arcane.
Yeah.
That's what 6. Like my hand just didn't block, and I'm like, even me attacking you just was gonna do nothing. So.
Right.
5G.
Herald of Erudition with a light assault trigger. It is a Fable.
Oh, did you shuffle and then got your?
Yes.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna get, just in case you still run that like dumbass erase phase. I'm gonna get Figment of Triumph.
Activate.
Nah.
Top dick. Top of the dick. Honestly, probably incorrect, but yeah, you have 2 cards left and 1 in arsenal. You got Triumph, which gets -1.
Would you like to cut?
No, that's okay. Actually, I think it's. I guess I could save it for later. I guess I do just, do the burn bear.
Okay. I think what I do here is, because my arsenal's not good. It needs to go. I'm gonna
Fair enough, Riku. We'll see you later. Thanks for stopping by.
Pay for footsteps. Light assault, rapture. My ability will be free because a light assault.
I see. I was like, what are you doing? You're saying words now.
Yes. And then I'm going to pitch this banish to draw 2 cards.
Okay.
So 4 go
So you
again.
paid for this, right? With the red?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So this is for 4.
Yeah, no blocks.
Okay. 5. On hit spectral.
I'll block the 5.
Pump it to 8.
Ugh. Yeah.
And the combat chain has broken from the Phantasm triggering, so this will go to Soul. I'm saying that because I'm going to get it back.
Is that what happens?
Yes.
Does it break when you Phantasm pop?
Yep. Combat chain breaks. I'll get this. This goes back on top of deck.
I'm going to play this on your turn.
Okay. Would you like to cut?
No.
Doesn't matter because the top card, you
Yeah.
know it's going to be. Arsenal, or no arsenal, pass.
God, that special shield is stupid. Amp. So I'll ping you for 1.
Yep.
Next thing, it's Amp 2. I'll draw a card. Amp 2 from this. Play Lightning. Amp again. So this comes in for 6. I wanted the ping to get rid of this, and this actually amps.
Right, yeah.
Like, that special shield is, like, brutal.
I don't think there's nothing I
Minus,
can do.
me actually taking the 3 health and you searching up the fucking thing to put your thing back. Like, all of it's brutal. Take 2?
Yep.
Yeah, this game's bad.
It's Jover.
Yeah.
Let's try to see you pop this.
6.
Yep. 6 on hit spectral.
You and your stupid spectrals.
1 float.
I don't know if I actually care about that. Maybe I'll just do that. Maybe it's just too late to even try to do that. Go to 5. Ugh. Yeah, I think it's just too late to do that. Activate Oscilio. Okay, I guess to save myself some life.
You top deck the popper again? Oh my god, brother. 4.
Yeah, I just gotta forego again, yeah.
Yep.
Try to lower your life in some way. Pass.
Oh my god. Someone's stomping around. Seven. Don't top deck it.
Activate the Celio.
Don't top deck it.
Well, here's a little hint. I only have 2 burn bears in my deck.
Oh.
So.
And you saw both?
Yeah.
Damn.
Is it for 7?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't think I'm comboing you, so I'm just gonna block with no knocker. I'm blocking 7.
6.
Again, I have an extra static somersault to release back in my hand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. 6, you say. Yeah. Deny.
Deny.
Yeah, take 5, take 6.
Take 6. Goes to soul. I will get Wah.
Wall. What is it good for? A courage token, apparently.
Yes. Yeah. Would you like to cut?
Nope.
Then it's over to you.
4.
No blocks, any reacts?
Nope.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'll blink.
Again.
Bounces back to my hand. Embodiment. I'll come in for 4.
Oh, you got it.
Go again.
You got the thing.
Well, I block with both of these cards and put them back in my hand.
True. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And I'll play this. Bounce it back to hand.
Yep.
And pass.
Sounds good.
Oh boy. I don't think it's going to be close at all.
War Tune for 7.
Activate. Ugh. I need like 10 more life. Like this is my good hands. I'll block 6, take 1.
Ooh, yep. Goes to soul. Oh, that was 8 actually.
Sure.
Ping you for an arcane.
Shelter.
Oh, you got an embodiment of lightning. That's crazy.
Deck is busted.
Deck is busted. Actually, if I was smarter, I would have attacked with a different herald to make 2 breakpoints, but I'm not smart.
We heard him a lot. Oh, clip it.
Clip it.
I'm not smart, he says.
I'll banish. I'll flip Ravages. 2 arcane and 4 physical.
I'll AB 1.
Okay.
1. Then I'll say no blocks, any reactions.
Go ahead.
I'll gain an action point.
GG's. I had the double, the War Tune, the busted War Tune hand.
Well, that's like my turn was really good though.
That was a really good, yeah.
I just like play this, then I got on a flash, and And then I blink to bring it back, and then I blink on a flash again, and I kill ya.
You don't kill me,
No,
but
I know. In my dreams.
You do more.
I do. Okay, so I put in Lightning Press just for the funsies. I will remove Lightning Press for sure.
Bad card.
Yeah, I actually think that turn 1, me using my cloud cover was incorrect.
You know how you know that this wasn't even fucking close? I still have hat.
Yeah, you have, yeah. Like, it's just, it wasn't close. You can look at the VOD. That's how you know it's not close.
If I win a game without popping hat,
It's
if I lose a game without popping hat, I've severely fucked up. And if I win without popping hat, then I...
So that's something actually I found when, this is true with the Lightning Greaves. With Lightning Greaves, whenever I lose or win without popping it, it's like a big determining factor of the game.
Yeah.
Like, if I lose and I did not pop Lightning Greaves, like, I played that incorrectly. And I found, like, when I was first playing Oscilio, I was playing Oscilio so wrong because I kept losing and then I still had my Greaves.
Right.
But, like, I started winning more with Oscilio. I noticed, oh, look, my Greaves are always popped. So it's like,
Yep.
because it sounds so stupid, but, like, when I learned to do just the mini combos with Oscilio, you win a million more games. Arxis recent... What the fuck?
Arxis is the name, is the username.
Whoa, I thought the entire name was Arxis. Okay, yeah. Recent iterations of the Oscilio list now tries to weigh between electrostatic discharge and lightning press. Normally, discharge gets a slot. Now the Prism is looming. We might bring back press. The list that I'm playing is... I forgot to switch it back. I was testing the Michael Hamilton list because it's, like, weird. And I was like, I want to try this out because it literally... The main deck is, like, a little bit more straightforward. But the side has 2 Seduce Secrets and 3 Aether Spindles, and I was like, what the fuck is this? That's why I was like, I gotta try this.
That's some sauce.
Like, Seduce Secrets is not weird. It back when it was tech, but, like, this part is like, okay, it's a little bit more mid-rangey, and I think there's one Eclectic as well.
Oh.
So I was like, okay, I'll try it out. It doesn't have sinks in the side, which I love sync. But so that I was trying it out, and I forgot to switch it back to, like, a more traditional Oscilio list before stream. I mean, I played the Army. I liked it. I went 3-1, and I only lost because I fucked up one of my turns.
Wow.
But yeah, one thing that I will say that I find interesting about new Oscilio lists, at least the ones that I've top 8'd, is they have 3 copies of Sigil of Aether. This card.
Or the ping?
Yeah, the ping one. I wonder why. I think it's maybe... I actually don't know why that went up. I've seen people go from 1 or 2. I've seen some people, like, cut it completely. But now, like, all the top 8 ones had 3 of them.
Interesting.
So, but Null Shock is being cut that I saw, which is really strange. I never really saw anybody cut Lightning Press, though. But I'm not really active in the purple Discord for Oscilio. I'm just kind of, like, doing my thing.
You just loom whenever you need a deck list?
No, not even. I don't even go to purple.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like, for some reason, like, I go to purple for a lot of other ones. Oscilio's just, I've never really gone there, so. Arxis, if you know why people are going to 3 of these, I'd be curious to hear, but that's the one thing I find that was interesting. That's different. And I got marbles of these coming in the mail, so I'm happy about that.
How expensive were they? They're Majestics.
I got a really good deal.
Oh, sweet.
I got both for $150.
$150 for 2?
Yeah.
That seems expensive.
Yeah, but for Oscilio Marvels, it's not.
I see.
The fact that I found them, the Sigil Marvels are insane. Like, it's $200 for Sigil of Brilliance. A singular Sigil of Brilliance.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's way too much.
Aether is nice to ping yourself to pop conductivity. Yeah, and force embodiments. Yeah, I've done that a few times as well. And
oh, you can ping yourself.
Yep, it's any target.
Nice.
Yeah, so there's times where, like, if you had whenever you have, like, the number one, like, in my opinion, like, easiest, like, discard to Oscilio instant is when you have a conductivity in your hand and you have one in the field. You do not need 2 of them.
Right.
So you just discard it to get something else. But then with Sigil of Aether, like, if you have this on the field, you probably would keep your other one because then you ping yourself, make an embodiment, play this, then you still...
I see.
You know what I mean? So there's stuff like that. So I've always been a fan of Sigil of Aether. Like I said, I killed someone on their turn with Sigil.
Yeah.
So it felt great. Yeah. I think we did so much yapping, I don't think we can have a second game.
It is 9:45.
Holy mother of God.
Mother of God.
Oh, that's crazy. My throat's starting to hurt. I think I haven't fully recovered.
You just don't talk with your diaphragm, brother.
Don't talk about my diaphragm on live, dude. That's crazy. Don't do me like that live. Okay. That was a crazy ass fucking short game.
Yeah.
Like,
this stream was 1,000,000 hours long.
Yes,
we played 10 minutes of Flesh and Blood.
I can't wait to do the bookmarks for this stream and go like, this 3 hours of the stream was this. 15 minutes was the game.
Yeah, exactly.
The games are usually more interesting. You can actually go back and watch our previous streams that we've done where it's Oscilio versus Prism.
I mean, just having 2 poppers is brutal. Like, I out aggro you unless you draw natty combo like in the first 3 turns. I feel like with only 2 poppers, the times that I've really struggled against you specifically is when you have like 9 poppers for whatever reason.
Oh, when I had like the 3 burn bears and 2 the 7 cost that blocks an extra.
You had Erase Face, you had Battlefront Bastion.
That's what it
and
was.
you had
No, I didn't
Burn
have.
Bear.
No. Oh, you're right. I had 2 Erase Face, 3 burn bears, 2 Erase Face, and 2 Battlefront Bastions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
Well, that was before Wobble, before you had like an instant 3 slot in your sideboard that's taken over.
I also bounce it back with a Blast as a finale of a mini combo with Volsar for hands that are fire but don't have any spells. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It ends.
Yeah, I mean, I did that. I did that to someone at the
Yeah.
calling. It felt great. I love it. And yeah, you do it with your hat, right? You just block with your hat, bounce it back, kill him. Yeah, I mean, personally, I don't understand. Like, this is a cute card. I like playing this card in like Blaze, like Aether Spindle. I just don't know if that's what I want to be doing in Oscilio. I might like force it in just to test it a little bit, and same with Seduce Secrets. I'm like, I feel like these are just like meme cards, and I personally would probably just go up to a 3rd Burn Bear for my personal preference. I just love Burn Bear.
I don't. I think it's a bullshit card.
I wonder why you don't.
I can't even triumph it. I can't like hat trick it. It's just.
I'm also I do like Sync personally.
Did you not play it against me?
There's no Sync in the side. There's no Sync in the deck.
There's no Sync in this one. I see.
So that's why I'm like, I have 5 slots here that I could just like turn into a 3rd Burn Bear and then 3 Syncs and then whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
But
Sync
anyway.
is good in this matchup. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fun.
Sync is really good in this matchup. Like, again,
Just as you were
blocking
before, yeah.
blocking against Prism is the best way to beat her.
Yep.
Most of the time.
Well, and then also pressuring back, like being able to like, I block your first Herald, you do your second Herald, I then pressure back. Like that's the point.
Yep.
That game I lost because I didn't block well, I didn't pressure well, just did nothing.
You just did nothing.
And then like still like I did nothing. You had a board, dealt a bunch of damage, and then finally I had decent hands and you have 15 life.
Yeah.
Like it still was like I still like whoop like caught up real quick. That like if I had 10 more life, I can then make it an actual game because then I had a turn that does like 20 damage.
Yeah, but you're just forced to block.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like an extra turn cycle, if I block correctly with the first turn where I still have that cloud cover to block extra, like stuff like that where small decisions. And that's the Prism. You make the wrong decision, you get punished.
Yep.
So, okay. There's more story time than gameplay. We might just literally just play this next week.
I am excited to actually, like, if we had another time, or if we had more time to play another game, I would have said, I know that it's not on the ban or anything, I would have liked to practice the YuGiOh versus Oscilio game. I think that game's super interesting.
No, it's not.
I play mid-range, though.
Oh, maybe. Okay, but hey, fuck it. Next week, just bring YuGiOh. We can do it.
I played one game against an Oscilio, and I got beat. So, but I'm also, like, I don't think I've ever been humbled as much as I have playing mid-range YuGiOh in the last couple days.
Yeah.
I'm like,
your ass.
I'm bad at this deck.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Like the amount of times that I won a game today on Talishar and I never used Tunic once. I'm like,
Jesus.
Clearly something.
Well, it
went
depends.
wrong.
There's times where like that'll happen, especially when you're playing mid-range where it just doesn't line up.
Yeah, but like the amount of times I would like fucking felling with a card in hand, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm just not used to using these cards at all.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, big brain, I'm like, I'm gonna fucking pummel this felly. And then I'm like,
why doesn't anybody do this?
And then I'm like, wait, fuck. I have to get rid of a card that doesn't work.
That's pretty funny. Okay, then next week. Okay, put it in chat or in the comments. What do you think would be good against Jarl? I could play Oscilio. I have Vincent, Kayo potentially. That might be cool.
That's a really fun game. I played it and I got beat by an RKO in Talishar. Super fun though.
What about Prism? What if I played Prism for once?
I think that's great. I think it's more of a game because I have less poppers.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's less.
I think you still win because I have no experience with Prism.
Maybe.
Comparatively, at least.
I can school you.
Yeah. Live.
School you.
I've actually found that weirdly enough, like Prism does get views.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough. I did not expect that.
People love Prism content and love hate watching Prism
content.
content.
I guess that's true. That's true.
They're going into it thinking that Prism's going to get bodied and they're going to see like a massacre or like live execution, and they're right like 50% of the time if you tune into our stream.
Yeah, that's true. My win rate against Prism's not bad.
It's pretty good. It helps knowing the matchup, playing against me 100 million times.
That's the thing with Illusionists. Like, your win rate goes down the more you play against someone because you're like, my opponent knows what to do against me.
Yep.
So,
they know the tricks.
We did lots of yapping, not a lot of gaming.
That's okay. We were gone for 3 weeks.
We should change our channel name we'd change it again, from No Blocks, Any Reacts to No Gameplay, Any Yapping.
We change on a weekly basis, depending on the percentile. We can build like a bot or something that analyzes our stream, and they're like, this stream was 47% yapping, so it goes back to No Blocks, Any Reacts.
So it's a yap bot.
A yap bot, yeah. Or like, you know how like I'm thinking about this because the podcast we watched, they had something like this, the buzzer, the posture corrector.
The posture.
We have one like this that just has like, if it notices that there's like no pause in like audio or something like that, because we're not like thinking about we're just yapping, it like bzz, bzz, bzz. So it's like, okay,
you need to play some video games.
We need to play some games.
Some games. This is a video game. Just go change your content completely.
All right, tune in next week where I'm gonna bring my Switch 2 and play Pokopia, but not like cast
Same.
it. I'm just gonna like hold
We're
it
gonna
like
use this camera.
Yeah,
it's gonna
That's funny. Go to each other's islands and then just use rock smash on each other. Just punching the shit out of each other.
Okay, so next week you're playing Jarl, and then let me know in the comments what you guys want to see against Jarl. I got lots of decks, so just put it in chat. I'll probably be able to play it. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Bye, everyone. See y'all next week. Thanks for tuning in and listening to us.
Yippity yip.
Yippity yip.
Yip yap.